Hey, you guys miss me? Well, I know it has been a long time since I have last did a video, but it was a whole combination of different things that was going on. One, me working at my job, um, which now I am back home again because the tire of my car blew out, so I'm unable to go out and earn money right now. Um, the other thing is pretty obvious. The shit has hit the fan, and it has gone crazy everywhere. And you all know what I'm talking about. But as far as what's going on with Furry, I've been pretty distant at this time because of, as said, happenings. Um, but now with over a month gone, uh, what can I say? But what has happened with furry events since then? Look at the whole list. Cancelled, 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 cancelled. The C word has been on almost every single con. I've lost track here. Now, here are the events that have not been canceled yet. First off, Confertiva was postponed to November 20th to 22nd. It was supposed to take place next month. Let's see. Furry Pinus was scheduled for May 9th through 10th, but now fully canceled. Tails Tornadoes canceled. Farvana canceled, but we'll be holding on an online event. Wild North, no change at this time, but that's as of March 20th. In fact, let me see if they posted anything since then. Well, they actually posted a lot. Well, no, I'm going the wrong way. Have they posted anything since? Let's see. Okay, so this one was posted on June 27th. It says, in light of recent news, we at Wild North thought it would be best to keep you up to date on where we are at. Rest assured, our number one priority at the moment is the health and safety of our attendees. We understand that under current government guidance, events such as ours cannot go ahead, but this is a fast-changing situation that we are monitoring closely. We are keeping in touch with our venue and exploring our options. We also understand that many of you are looking to make travel arrangements, therefore we plan to keep you informed of updates. If in the event we do cancel, registered attendees will receive refunds in accordance with our existing policy. So they're saying that right now the government will not allow events such as theirs to take place, even though that theirs won't occur until September, but they are keeping a close eye on it, and as of right now, they still have it planned to go ahead, but that can change at any time. Let's see. Fernian deferred to next year. Weekend, Pennsylvania Anthropomorphics canceled. For Reality canceled. Golden Leaves Con canceled. Let's see. Furcation canceled. Midwest Fur Fest still planning to go ahead as of right now. I have checked the website multiple times. They still plan on holding it, but again, that depends on the situation. Let's see. There was one con that I did get an update that they haven't put up yet. So what? That's not the one. I will get to that. And this is for Fantastic. And this is an event in France, and they said that they originally said that they pushed back their dates, unless the restrictions there did not change. Which, if you remember, France said that they would not allow events of 100 people or more. Well, that date has passed, and they still have not done that. So, Fantastic has decided to postpone their convention until next April, April 2nd to 5th. Let's see. And speaking of I have gotten questions about events over here because I still have my posting for the hotel room for biggest little fur con. I'm gonna put that back to me for a second. And what I can tell you is that restrictions have been put in place as far as travel. Now, recently, the European Union said that they're not going to allow anyone from the United States to come into any of their countries. So that's definitely going to impact travel for us. And same thing with Canada. They won't let anyone cross the border unless it's for a specific reason. I know that travel restrictions have been put in place for other countries to us. So if you are asking, because I've had people from different countries ask me recently from the United Kingdom. I mean, I could offer the room, but because of the restrictions, it might complicate things. So you want to check with your government first before you start thinking about travel to international cons. I've had no plans on going to any international cons right now, and I have not gone to any international cons in my entire life, and I do want to once I get the money. But like I said, travel restrictions, we can't go anywhere anyway, and unless things change by the time October comes around, I don't know if I can get anyone from outside the country to room with me. So, like I said, you're going to have to check with that. But back over to the events. So, I don't know how many. Yeah, we've pretty much gone through almost the whole schedule, and almost every single con has been canceled. The very last event that was held was the one I went to, Blue Ridge Fur Fair in Asheville, North Carolina. And over here, recently, they said they've extended our time in phase 2 because that cases were going back up. To my knowledge, I've looked at the numbers for here in North Carolina. Right now, they're holding steady, but a lot of states are still going back up, and that's because of some stubborn people that won't listen. They won't wear masks. They won't distance. And that just tells you how stupid people are in this country. And anyone that doesn't live in the States, I don't know what to say. They always call this the greatest country in the world. No, it's not. Because of people like that. They're just so stubborn. They're all about their rights. But they got to understand that we have a very serious situation going on right now, and we can't get anything back to normal until then, and we need everyone's cooperation. But no, they just won't listen. So that's why things have gotten so bad here. But there is one con that we have to talk about, and that's because of some very controversial things. Capital City FurCon. They have officially shut down because of some financial mismanagement. And I've read some of the allegations, and they are very, very serious. Staffers that came forward to discuss issues caused by the con chair's fiscal malfeasance, and guests have reported that honored guests who were promised compensation were left out in the cold. The greatest grievance is that it is alleged that the charity that they were raising money for, the ALS Association, were also not given their money. Capital City Furcon, a convention based out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, has recently announced closure. This was followed by a heavy backlash on social media claiming severe fund mismanagement and deception. After the announcement on the closure, former staff asked for evidence that it had donated to the ALS Association, their first and now only charity partner. 2 hours later, the convention posted a receipt from the ALS Association on it stating a donation of $217. But it was pointed out that that did not belong to the con. It was actually made by Fursuit maker Made for You. That picture was deleted afterwards. Subsequently, the convention's Telegram chat as well as their Twitter account became inaccessible. This led to more discussion and disclosure of evidence regarding the controversy on social media. A furry named Dixie tweeted that when she asked CCFC directly for the donation amount to update her furry convention charity sheet, the FurryCon told her that they donated $4,000 to ALS. But a fur by the name Trip Wub on Twitter, who claims he is a former staff member, accused the FurryCon's chairman Nitro of not releasing funds to their charity partner, failing to sponsor rooms for staff and the guests of honor, as well as money embezzlement. Shadow the Wolf, an attendee, claimed in a recent YouTube video that the convention has made empty promises to the guests of honor. Now, a lot of what happened was people who told that they would be guests of honor showed up at the con and surprised they were not the guests of honor. People were told that their rooms were going to be compensated, but they were not. They were told that they would have certain positions or dealer den spots, things like that at the con. They showed up and surprised those things did not happen. And also says that the staff is not to be blamed for the controversy, but the responsibility falls with Chairman Nitro. Another further by the name of Boozy, okay? Sent in a tweet that some first told him that the FurCon owed the hotel roughly $15,000 in addition to images on the internal Telegram chat where it was being discussed. He added that one of his friends, who was a CCFC guest, told him that the FurCon also allegedly intended to use charity funds to pay for the hotel. Currently, the staff are seeking compensation, and this is currently being followed. This was a story that was posted 3 days ago. And there is a follow-up after the posting of the video. The concert, let's see, they posted another receipt allegedly proving that they made the donation. However, Boozy breaks down why it's likely that the receipt was probably crafted using an outside template. Well, let's take a look at the receipt. Can I get a closer look at it? I need to zoom in. Really? I can't zoom in? All I got is the icons. Well, I'm going to have to look in closely. Yeah, I can't see the receipt very well. I mean, I'm trying to zoom it in, but okay, that's sort of legible. Let's see. I will say that it looks jagged. Yeah, because you see on the labels, name, street, city, and then all the information on the side. It all looks jagged. If you're going to be professional, you got to line them up properly. Same thing with the amount. It's not lined up properly. And let me see if that's what he was. Yeah. Let me see if he mentioned that. Labels on the left margin for donor name, street name, city do not line up with the labels on the right side. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. So, yeah, it's not lined up properly. What else does he say? Tracking number of his evidence receipt matches the Google image receipt. It was an outdated template found on Google Images. The logo used at the bottom of the receipt is an older version of the ALS logo, no longer used on their receipts. While the template has a place for a date under the tracking number, there's no date on the con's alleged receipt. Even in the with the alleged payment, another problem came up when a Pennsylvania furry organization by the name of Keystone Furry Event received an inquiry from the ALS Association wondering about the donations from Capital City FurCon. The two are not affiliated, but given that the convention had shut down its website and social media pages, the organization probably didn't know where else to turn. In the conversation, it was noted by the charity it had signed an agreement with the convention. Let's see. So here is the. So we got the chat. Hello, can you tell me who I can contact with the Harrisburg Capital City FurCon group? Let's see. See, they raised money for us, the ALS Association, took donations. Okay, so from what I can gather here, we're looking at now, of course, the allegations, and based on what I've got right now, Nitro is looking at fraud here. They had an agreement. He was supposed to give. They had an agreement to give charity money, and they say they never received it. So, yeah, yeah, he's looking at fraud here. I think Nitro is going to be in big trouble here. Because we have multiple people, we have former staff making right now. There's just a lot of people speaking out, and in the fact that the ALS Association says that they have not gotten their money. I mean that is. I mean that's a new level of asshole, all right? Yeah, promising donation to charity and then just leave them with nothing. So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what happens. Now, let's get to this. I know you saw this. The IIHF, which is a hockey organization, have presented their new mascot, Spiky the Hedgehog, for the Ice Hockey World Championship, which will be held in Belarus and Latvia. And I have to say, I really like this design. Yeah, this is a really cool looking design. How he looks buffed up, and especially the quills. So I cannot wait to see what the costume looks like. I really do love this design. It was selected in a contest held in both countries. More than 100 designs were submitted by both professional artists and hockey fans. The hedgehog is one of the most common animals in the world, as associated as being very smart and quick-witted. Everyone can envy the speed of his reaction, and even though the animal is not big at all, it always fights to the end, using not only spines but also sharp teeth. And when I swear, when I look at the name Spike the Hedgehog, my brain's telling me Sonic, which obviously it's not. But yeah, I think they made a very good decision here. This is a very cool looking character for a hockey tournament. Definitely looking forward to that. And of course, this tournament is going to be held next year. And me myself being a big hockey fan, pretty obvious. Yeah, like I said, I can't wait for that. Now, this something caught my eye on here. Can being a furry protect you from coronavirus? Like, they're asking, does this count as a face mask? Which is something I did wonder about. Now, for me, that depends. Because I see quite a bit of fursuit heads that don't have mesh around the mouth. They have it by the eyes. And and I do see the logic behind it. Now with me doing mascot characters, they usually have a mesh in front, and that's usually pretty good, because it does both give ventilation and kind of hides it. I say that's like an equivalent to a cloth mask. So furry medical workers are quick to point out that everyone should look to healthcare workers and the CDC for medical advice, not your local furry, obviously. There's a lot of misinformation. Nevertheless, the community is already accustomed to some of the lifestyle changes we have to explore in the past few months. Let's see. Fursuit heads are multi-layered and constructed in a whole host of different materials and styles. A medical doctor, Doc Wolverine, who often answers questions about health on Twitter, points out that heads can minimize droplet spray from an infected person. There's another benefit. Jasper Suit says, they do prevent us from touching our faces. What's more, the fake fur can create a surface that particles cling to rather than drifting through the air. Best advice I can give for those wanting to fursuit in public during this pandemic is to wear a mask while suiting. It can be a surgical, no reason for an N95 or P100 unless you're fursuiting in a COVID-19 wing at your local hospital. I don't know anyone that's going to do that, considering the risk. In addition, disinfect your suit and head with at least 80% alcohol and wash your hands after handling your suit. I can see a surgical mask being a good option. The thing is finding them, because considering even where I am, like 1 mile from the closest major city, I still struggle to find them. But yeah, an N95 mask, that's not necessary. And I know that there's like things going around saying that some misinformation about them causing you to like miss out on oxygen. That's not going to happen. There was one special case. There was a story about a driver in New Jersey who apparently was wearing an N95 mask for several straight hours, and he was driving a car, and he had some sort of medical condition, and he passed out and crashed on the highway. Now, with any normal person, that should not happen. What happened in New Jersey, it was a special circumstance. But yeah, N95 you don't need. Cloth masks, I do wear one whenever I go out. But with hot conditions, it can get very, very uncomfortable. So I do see a surgical mask being a good option. There is one that I would like to suggest to you. This is made by Under Armour. It's called a sports mask. This is specifically designed for athletes. And so what it is that it does prevent, not prevent, but it reduces the amount of droplets being spread out, but it gives you more breathability. Now, right now, they're sold out, and the next shipment is going to be on August 17th. But if you are interested in this, I would highly suggest that you pre-order one of these. They're $30, and if you have them shipped directly from Under Armour, it's going to be $5 shipping. It's made with high-performance materials, designed to be worn all day and when playing sports. Structure design sits up off the face and lips for added comfort and breathability. Water-resistant outer shell features smooth, breathable spacer fabric. Antimicrobial treatment on the inside layer. Polyurethane open cell foam lets air through, but makes it hard for moisture and sweat to pass. So yeah, it's made out of polyester and polyurethane, inner and ear loops, nylon, and spandex. So once again, something for you to consider if you do plan on doing exercise sports. I figured that with fursuits, sometimes it can get tough to breathe with the heat. I think this would be a good option. When this gets over here, I'll try it myself and see if that gives you the same benefit. But I say it's a good suggestion. So if you want to try it yourself, go ahead and get one. And like I said, it won't be until mid-August for you to get one. But how long have I gone? Well, only 26 minutes. I thought it went longer than that. But yeah, quite a bit to talk about. But so it's pretty much it. And I don't know when I'm going to be doing another video because, like I said, there hasn't been much going on with this virus. So yeah, I think what I'll do is that what I have been doing is that I'm recently been doing a lot of housework. I've been renovating the place. I've been putting more paint down. I've been working in the backyard trying to cut up some roots. So what I'll do is that I'll just do some personal stuff for just a little while, and whenever we get back to normal, we'll go back to our typical video. But till then, just have a good night, everybody, and stay safe.